Can we just appreciate the areas of the Championship clubs and where they're based? Because it's an absolute dump in the majority of these places that we're going to be talking about in the Championship. We're going to be ranking all of the stadiums in the Championship from best to worst in all different categories in a tier list. If you do want to enjoy the video, drop a like on it. That'd be very greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel as well. We do daily Championship content, so if you're a fan of Championship content, please do hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so if you wouldn't mind taking a second out of your day and helping me out, if you like Championship content, this is the place to be. Please do hit that subscribe button. Now, I've been to the vast majority of these Championship grounds, but there's a few that I haven't been to, so I'll put them in the not been category, but we might just rank them anyway, just for a bit of fun. Obviously, I've watched a lot of games on TV, and you can kind of gauge the atmosphere, but obviously it's not quite the same as being an actual fan going to the games. Now, I'm a QPR fan, so I'm going to be ranking it based on my away experience, my overall experience in terms of how good the stadium is, the atmosphere as well, and just the overall experience of going to a game at one of these teams. So we've got every single team in the Championship going into this new season, and we've got 5 different categories. Of course, we've got the not being category. We'll try and put as little teams in them as possible. We've got the bad, we've got average, we've got good, and we've got great. Quite a boring tier list, I know. Didn't really get too creative with the titles of the tier list, but we'll move away from that, and we'll start off with Birmingham City, where I've been to St Andrews a few times, actually. I've not been, obviously they were in League One last season, so I didn't go. I don't think I went the season before, but I've been pretty much most other seasons. I've been to Birmingham quite a few times. I'd say I do actually quite like the away end. We had some good experiences there. There was one where Asai Samuel scored, and I think we won 2-0 that game. I think Birmingham was a good away day to go to. It was interesting at one point when I went as well, the stadium was literally completely done in, but it's fine. Birmingham is a good away day. I enjoyed it. I think I've had a good experience there. The fans are decent. The fans will be a lot better, I'd imagine. Coming up from the Championship, there's a lot more to shout about for Birmingham fans, so I'll be looking forward to going to Birmingham away this season. So, yeah, Birmingham, decent experience away from home, I would say. Blackburn, honestly, it doesn't help every time we go, we lose. I don't even think I've ever seen us beat Blackburn. I don't even know if I've even seen us get a point. QPR always lose to Blackburn at Ewood Park. It's just like an absolute given. But that doesn't help, of course. But then the away end, you're right at the top. You're away from the action. The ground's dead as well. There's literally no noise from the home fans. It's not a great experience at Ewood Park. And the area, sorry Blackburn fans, but the area as well. I mean, I'm saying that, as I said at the start of the video. The area in the majority of these Championship clubs is actually a dump. Is that a reflection on the UK, potentially? Right, Bristol City. I went to Bristol City good 4 years ago now. The away end was decent. We lost the match, but I did think it was a nice stadium. Atmosphere was very, very poor, but the stadium as a whole I thought was actually a pretty nice stadium. I like where the away end was. And overall, I'd say Bristol City was an average experience. Would have been better if we would, of course. Obviously, it always makes it better when you get an away win. Charlton, I've not actually been to, so I'm going to put them in the not being category. I've not got enough of a judgment on Charlton to really give them a rating. Now, Coventry City, good, very good fans. And well, this last season that's just gone, Coventry atmosphere was absolutely outstanding. One of the better teams that I've been to in terms of home fans. They did win it in the last minute ahead. I think it's Bobby Thomas who scored a header in the last minute. We lost 2-1. Wasn't ideal, but then I also went a few years ago when we won 2-1 and Adoma scored a goal. It was absolute scenes. I've had some good away days at Coventry. Good atmosphere, good home fans, good away end, and QPR always travel well to Coventry as well. Always get good numbers there as well. So I like it, and Coventry for me, good experience. You know what? Actually, I go great. I think Coventry's up there. Coventry's actually one of the games where I look forward to. I'm looking forward to going to Coventry away this season. One of the ones that I really do enjoy going to. Derby County, although we don't normally get results, Derby County, that's another team this season that I went to. The atmosphere was one of the best home atmospheres that I've been to. Really good fans, very much behind the team. It was when they were under Paul Warne as well towards the start of the season. Again, they beat us. We just get beaten by everyone realistically. But yeah, Derby County, I've had some decent experiences there. Not a big fan of where the away end is. It's kind of, it's to the side. It's not. I prefer an away end behind the goal. I've always been a fan of just having it behind the goal. Because there's nothing better as an away fan, seeing your team score in front of you and you're sat right there. I absolutely love it. So Derby County being on the side, not as much of a fan. But overall, I think it's a really good stadium. And the atmosphere is pretty good as well there, to be fair. Especially the last time that I did go. Hull City, honestly, I really like going to Hull City away. I love the away end there. I think it's really good. And we normally get good results there, which obviously plays a part in it as well. But I always like going to Hull away. Quite a nice stadium, I think, personally. Atmosphere from the Hull fans isn't great at all. But I really like going to Hull away. It's one of my personal favourite ones that I actually really like going to. Ipswich I've never actually been to, so I'm going to rank them in not being. Although I see Ipswich atmosphere it was very good in the Championship, let's be honest. I've had some really good days when they're in the Championship. Decent atmosphere, but as I say, I've not been enough. I've not even watched them enough, really, in terms of 90-minute games to properly judge. But as I say, in the Championship, they had a really good atmosphere when I watched them last time they were there. But obviously, I've not been, so I can't full-on comment on that. Leicester City. Oh, we had such a good away day at Leicester. Not so good one this season, when the game was so foggy and we got battered by them in the FA Cup. Not great. But really good atmosphere in the away end for QPR against Leicester when we beat them in the Championship. And a really good experience. To go to Leicester away was... I thought Leicester were going to go straight back up, which they did, and then probably stay up again, which they didn't. So I thought it was kind of like a one-off experience, which made it a bit better. Obviously, going to the Premier League champions. We're going to be going to them again next season, or this season. So I think Leicester was a really good away day. Really enjoyed it and had a very good time at Leicester, even though we got smashed in the last one. Right, Middlesbrough. I'm going to go... Oh, the thing is, the atmosphere was really good. I went the season when Middlesbrough had Akpom and Archer. They beat us 2-0. I think Akpom's got a pen. It was... the atmosphere was actually really good there. The experience for me was terrible because I think that was Neil Critchley's last game where he got sacked. I can't just keep putting everyone in good, but I think it was actually a good experience. As far as the result was not a good experience, but I think the atmosphere, the ground was actually really decent. I actually really enjoyed going to Middlesbrough away. Millwall, I have not been, so I'm not going to comment on that. Norwich City, average. It's an average trip to Norwich City. It's a long journey, and not really for me. Not really for me. It was all right. Norwich is just bang average. I wouldn't put it anywhere ahead of these teams that are putting good, and especially with it being so far away. And it's so out of the way. I'm not looking forward to going to Norwich away. Probably won't be going this season. Right. Oxford United, I have never been to. So I can't be ranking Oxford. And Portsmouth, I've also never been to. But Portsmouth, I'm just going to put in good anyway. It could even be great, but I can't put in great because I've not been. But Portsmouth, honestly, the atmosphere there is crazy. And Oxford, we're going to put in bad atmosphere. Because from what I've seen of Oxford, it's a dead atmosphere. Obviously, 3 stands, car park. Sorry, Oxford fans, you're going in bad. Portsmouth will put in good. Because Fratton Park looks like an amazing place to go to. Now, all these teams I have actually been to except from Wrexham. I've been to every single one of these grounds now. So those are the teams that I haven't been to. Right, Preston. We had a great away day there last year. Last season with a last-minute winner. But overall, Preston, bad experience. It's just... I actually don't mind the away end in that. And the stadium's not bad. It's just so empty and so dead. Like, Preston's just got to go in bad. But I don't mind going Preston away. But... as I say, it is just a bit dead. Let's be real. The fans there, non-existent, half-empty ground, dead. QPR, great. Straight up great. Loftus Road, what a place. I don't care if the legroom's terrible. Loftus Road is just beautiful. Obviously, I'm a QPR fan. Most people won't be putting it in great, but I'm putting it in great because it's our home. It's our home at the end of the day. Right, Sheffield United. I'm going to put in good. I think Sheffield United is always a good away day. I really like the away end behind the net. I think it's a great away end. Had a few decent trips there. Like this last season, we drew 2-2, came back from 2-0 down. I always like going to Sheffield United away. Sheffield Wednesday, I'm going to go average. The home atmosphere actually was really good a couple of years ago when Sheffield Wednesday came from 1-0 down and then beat us 2-1. Really good atmosphere. Just the away end, it's right at the top, you're pushed out the way, you're so far away from the action. Don't like that. Don't like that. They do sometimes open up both, don't they? But both the bottom tier and the top tier, but we're at the top tier. I don't like being in the top tier. Too far away from the action. Straight and average. But decent enough atmosphere when I went to Wednesday. Southampton, I actually think Southampton... Yeah, I'll go Southampton's a good away day. The Southampton fans, by the way, in the Premier League this season have been absolutely outstanding. Like, to be as bad as what they are in terms of their team's performance, to be as well supporting as they have been, genuinely, they have been one of the worst teams, second worst team in Premier League history, factually, and their fans are actually incredible, genuinely. So hats off to them. Stoke, I'm putting in great. I actually love Stoke away, but I didn't go to it this season. We did lose, and I think what I've heard, they've moved the away end. Right, it used to be by the tunnel. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but when I've been. It's been next to the tunnel when you walk out. You got the away end right there. Amazing away end that was. If they've changed it when I go this season, I'll be mad. I was on holiday last time we played Stoke, so I couldn't go. But genuinely, whenever I've been to Stoke, I've absolutely loved it. I love that away end. The goal going in front of you, honestly, nothing beats it. Right, Swansea City. Oh, I'm going to go bad. It was Swansea. I'm sorry, I'm not the biggest fan of Swansea as the area. It was a nightmare getting to. Mainly, the experience that ruined it for me was the train. We got the train there. I think we literally got there. We saved a penalty. Dieng saved a penalty, then we literally conceded and lost. But it was painful because we literally got to the game late because the travel was so bad. And the stadium was average. But that whole experience travelling made it a bad experience. West Brom, I'm going to go average. I think West Brom is an alright away day. I don't mind it. Don't think it's amazing. Maybe because one time we got battered 7-1. Maybe that plays a part. And to be fair, we don't normally get results at West Brom. We did get one that I went to when Chris Martin scored and we drew 2-2. But average away day for West Brom. Watford, honestly, Watford's a great away day. Honestly, as a QPR fan going to Watford, I've only been once. It was a season when Adoma again scored the winner. Amazing game, in the sunshine, decent away end, amazing atmosphere. Good atmosphere from Watford fans, to be fair, as well. Genuinely one of my favourite away days that I've been to in recent years for QPR was that game where we beat Watford. I think it was 3-2. And Wrexham, we haven't been to, but we're going to put them in bad. So that's why I would rank it. Great Coventry, Stoke and Watford. Obviously, this is my personal opinion. So please don't be angry. This is just my experience of going to the grounds. I'm going to be going to at least a new one this season. At least I'm going to go to Wrexham this season. Am I going to go anywhere else? Maybe I'll tick off one more. Who knows? But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. Let me know what's your favourite away day in the Championship. What's your least favourite away day in the Championship. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Please do help me out. Drop me a subscription. It takes 1 second. It'd be very greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next one.